Hello, welcome back to Otaku Tuesday. I am Travis.
And I'm not.
And you are scrolling through your phone. We're Bookend Gaming. This is my HeartWings, and what are you doing? We bathed a girl.
I'm looking at Reddit.
Well, we saved a girl from a bath.
Right. You saved her from that deadly bath.
Yeah. We're heroes. So, now she loves us, right? Even though she probably already kind of did, but that's whatever.
She probably was already starting to.
Yeah. It's fine. Every girl loves us. Anime. That's why people play these games, right?
Yeah, because none of the real ones do.
Well, sometimes you gotta hope. You gotta put some wings on your heart and get out there and love. I don't know. I have nothing inspirational to say.
Right.
There's just a sky, so I felt like I needed to. Leave it to Meaver.
Oh, okay. Whew, we're playing now. I'll stop looking at Reddit.
At Ageha's signal, I ran ahead to block the cat's escape route.
Oh, trying to catch that cat again.
Yeah.
Meow.
Sounds a lot like a chicken. Ageha and I blocked the stray cat's paths, and it searched for a third route. And there...
Come here, kitty!
There was Habane-san with an almost sickeningly broad smile.
Look, I've got your favorite dried sardines! So many of them!
I only ate like 2/3 of them!
Ooh, they're pretty tasty.
Now that sure was a wheedling voice.
My wheedling voice!
That sardine she dangled in front of the cat got its attention.
Meow.
However, as expected of a stray cat, it won't let its guard down so easily. Called the shit out of her. Habane-san, that's the secret weapon.
Just chucks the sardines at the cat. Nod.
Habane-san nodded and took out a small fishing rod. From where? With a dried sardine hanged at the end of the line.
Meow. Look! Look!
Dangle, dangle.
Meow.
The sardine drew stray cat's attention as if it was a blessing descending from heaven.
Name,
Habane-san was skillfully handling the rod. Put a taco on the screen. She was almost literally reeling the cat towards her with the dried fish.
Come on, come on. Meow, meow.
Whenever the cat reached out its paw, Habane-san was pulling the rod away.
She accidentally attracts a cat girl.
Or accidentally hooks the fucking poor cat. Like she actually put like a
real hook on it.
Puts the rod, pull the rod away at the right timing so that it couldn't reach the sardine. Actually, it was slightly mean. I punched her and gave the cat all the sardines. Eventually, the cat ran out of patience and used its last resort.
Claws. Meow.
Jump. The cat jumped up onto Habane's lap all by itself.
Oh, that's totally not what I wanted. I've got you.
I'm allergic to cats.
Meow.
Splendid. The cat settled into her arms.
Excellent.
All right. The operation was a huge success.
Now that I have a cat in my lap, I feel like saying excellent while I pet it.
I can't believe it's over such a stupid plan. What a dumbass cat. I felt like saying, come on, stray cat, you can do better than that. But I didn't know it was...
Then I realized that he's on Kotori's lap and I'm not.
Yeah, he's giving me that snide fucking look. Fuck that cat.
Good kitty.
She never pets me like that. Habane-san stroked the cat sitting on her lap with an affectionate smile that we'd never seen before. Though it seemed the cat didn't really like being stroked, he was too focused on the large amount of sardines to run away.
You're cute, aren't you? You're a good boy, aren't you? Munch, munch, meow.
Even though it's a stray, it's a pretty cat. There. Ageha started stroking it too.
No.
Out in the open? All girls like cats. Can I stroke him too?
Meow. Hey, he's afraid of you.
God, I can never. We went through so much trouble to catch him. It wouldn't be a bother. It would be a bother if it ran away. Ugh. Even though I like cats too. This was a bit unfair.
That cat's sexist.
Right? It's bullshit. What's next? Next is dinner. I opened the notebook to check. Oh, right, her bucket list. Things I want to do. It was the list of items written in Habane-san's notebook.
Watch that not be what it is at all, and we've just made the worst assumption.
I mean, look at the shit we've played. Can you blame us?
It tracks.
First of all, this. I want to stroke a cat. Is done. We were in the middle of clearing Habane-san's to-do list. As Ageha and I examined the notebook, Habane-san looked at us sideways with a little suspicion. How did it get to this point? To answer that, we need to go back to this morning and watch it out of order, because this is a Quentin Tarantino written visual novel.
This last one says, have sex with the new dorm mommy. I'm just going to erase that one. Is that okay?
This morning, I was worried if I should return the withdrawal notice that I had picked up earlier to its owner. Returning lost property should have been a natural thing to do, but if I did that, she would probably leave school right away, so I kept it. If that's what she wanted, I had no reason to stop her, but somehow I was hesitant. I was pacing back and forth along the hallway until Habane-san, wearing her school uniform, poked her head out from her room. She was sneakily checking the situation outside.
She gonna join the club?
As our eyes met, she slammed the door shut. Why is she acting so suspiciously? I've already seen her naked.
Right?
It wasn't anything out of the ordinary for Habane-san to be suspicious, but there was definitely something behind her behavior just now. I concealed myself in the dining hall for a while. Gotta re-zip my pants.
Yeah. Just gotta hide out here.
I waited about 10 minutes behind this bush.
I still know you're there.
Hat came out at the little entrance at the bottom of Habane-san's bedroom door.
Go run some reconnaissance.
That never works. He took a look around the entranceway, then came into the dining hall.
Yeah, he's in here. Quack.
Shut up. Hat went back
That
to
was totally what it
Habane-san's
was,
room.
too.
Yeah.
There was no one there? Quack, quack. Oh, right.
What did she mean by all right? Habane-san sneaked out of her room. She sneaked like a sneaky snooker. She took a peek into the dining hall just to be sure, but I was hidden behind the counter.
Looks like no one's here. If that guy catches me, he'll make such a fuss.
I have a name. By that guy, she probably meant me.
No.
I hope.
Anjan.
Habane-san was wearing her uniform, but she didn't have her bag. In the entranceway, she opened up her notebook and looked inside.
Still papery.
I sneaked up behind her. I pulled a sneaky on her.
I did this before, so today...
You gonna skip school again today? You didn't answer the question. Habane-san sprung up screaming and threw the notebook out.
Why are you here? I checked carefully. I even had the duck run reconnaissance.
That's why you should stop sending a duck to scout for you. Everybody knows chickens are better.
Damn it, I knew I should have got a chicken.
As I picked up the notebook that she dropped, I looked at the open page. Things I want to do. This was the page I saw before.
Give me back my notebook.
Could it be that you're planning to do all of this before you quit school? Seems like I was spot on.
You're not, but I'm going to finish all the remaining things today. That's enough. Give it back.
I obediently handed back the notebook. And then, when Habane-san started leaving, I followed her.
Why are you following me?
There's only one door.
Because we're going to the same place.
Yeah, I'm gonna help.
Huh? Why?
Must be tough by yourself, you know, being in a chair and whatnot, right? Habane-san looked at me as if I had just made a fool of myself. When we stopped in front of the doorbell rung. How did you do that? Who could it be at this time?
We're already both here.
Oh.
Good morning. Ageha.
I just imagine, like, I don't know, like a sitcom. She pops in and the audience cheers.
Yeah. Just like slides in like Kramer.
Yeah.
Oh, you two are going together. What did you come here for?
So we could go together.
Well, you see... Ageha pulled me closer and whispered to my ear, I want your penis.
I'm horny. I mean, oh shit.
Yesterday, something felt a bit strange. I thought she might start skipping school again. So she came here to invite Habane-san to go to school with her?
Ah.
Two-timing bitch. Your intuition was spot on. Seriously? Yeah, the truth is... How should I explain this? Habane-san, I'm borrowing your notebook.
No,
I went back to Habane-san and yanked it out of her hand.
Hey!
Using it, I explained the situation to Ageha. I told her that she wanted to finish the whole things I want to do list written in her notebook today. I made sure not to mention the dropping out of school
You had
issue.
to take the notebook to explain that?
Yeah, I
Kind of mean to her.
I have the memory of a goldfish. This looks like a tough job. I'm out of here. Ageha groaned a little as she looked at the list.
That's right. This is why I'm taking a day off school.
I guess that's the only way. I'll help too.
No!
Kotori's day off.
This is how Ageha and I ended up going with Habane-san against her will to clear the things remaining on her to-do list one by one. As far as the urgent search for club members is concerned, I thought of a possible solution last night.
Now you're just...
Give up!
Yeah. You're helping her die.
Yeah, that's why I was accompanying Habane-san like this.
That's enough. Now go to school, you two.
She said while stroking the cat, but we didn't listen.
This is my cat now.
Okay, next is Iti-san's pedigree. Ageha pointed and read, Stroke the head of the big dog in the neighborhood. It's really scary, but it might be unexpectedly friendly. If possible, I'd like to ride around on its back. From the list. The Itu family is
I can
wealthy,
tell which one that is.
and they have a very
It's
large
the
dog.
long one. With
Yeah.
parentheses.
Yeah. Called Pedigree. They are letting him run free in their garden. This one just says, die peacefully.
Yeah.
I chose not to read that one.
When we were kids, such a big dog was an unusual sight. We were often watching him lumbering around their spacious lawn.
Just Clifford. Like, it's that big of a dog.
I was going to say, one time, the new kid brought a new baseball for us to use, and I hit a home run, and it went over the fence, and the dog grabbed it. And then we found out that Babe Ruth had signed it.
Wow.
So you'd like to ride on its back. I have lifted Habane-san up on 2 occasions. Both times she was like a feather. Well, perhaps that'd be an exaggeration, but she was really light.
Maybe the feather of like a really big bird.
If it's Habane-san, it could be possible. He is a Saint Bernard, after all. Pedigree was a Saint Bernard. They're pretty huge. She just said that.
I guess.
While seriously considering Habane-san's silly idea, we headed towards Itu's house. Itao.
Can we pet your dog, man?
We want to ride your dog.
No, not like that.
I got a white girl here who wants to ride your dog. Good. I got all sweaty,
Riding the dog.
said Ageha as she put the baggage down on the grass. But there's a breeze here. It feels good.
I would hope so. There's lots of windmills.
These windmills creating all this wind.
No, that's not.
It was sunny, and it wasn't too humid. The sunlight was quite intense, though, so the wind that blew here felt nice. Here,
But it's always windy here. You explain it.
I threw...
No, they put the because of the. Never mind.
Yeah, just... Okay. Fine. You're a genius. I threw a sports drink at Ageha's head. Oh, thanks. And one for you, Habane-san. I took orange juice from the convenience store bag and passed it to Habane-san.
Thank you.
Do you want to sit down here?
I'm always sitting.
Ageha, give me a hand. Ageha, who was enjoying her sports drink, got up and came over. What are you doing? I want to put Habane-san down here.
There's no need.
Oh, I see. No, I'm not wearing underwear. I left lifting Habane-san up to Ageha. I told her how to do it and supported her from the side with my hand. We have to use like sardines to get her to sit still.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Pulled out the fishing rod.
Yeah.
Thanks, I guess, even though I said no.
Habane-san
be
sat
here.
down on the grass and comfortably straightened her back.
Oh, my butt was getting a bit hot.
You can feel that. It seems that wheelchairs can get pretty stuffy in the summer.
Yeah, my legs don't work. I can still feel stuff.
I mean, sometimes they can't, though. Now, lunch! Lunch! Lunch!
Lunch, I tell you!
It was noon 30 now.
Ooh, lunchtime.
Just the right time for a lunch break. We spread out the lunch boxes that we brought from the dorm and the juice and snacks that we brought from the convenience store.
Oh, I brought a Lunchable.
We didn't have a sheet, but it felt like we were having a picnic. Let's eat.
Lunch! Thanks for the food.
I made both mine and Habane-san's lunch boxes while Ageha had brought her own.
Much, much.
Oh, Habane-san, you've got a burger. Hey, let's trade it for my spring roll.
I have a booger? All right.
Really? That's not a fair trade. Burgers are way more food than a spring roll.
Maybe it's a really big spring roll.
I mean, it could have like a lot of stuff in it. Ageha delightfully stuffed her cheeks with the burger that she traded her spring roll for.
Plus, it's Japan, so it's probably like just the burger part. I don't think she has like a whole burger.
Yeah, maybe. Because
they-
like the patty and like a plastic
Yeah.
thingy. It's like an Uncrustable, but for beef.
Because I've seen like tons of animes where they mention like burger or hamburger steak, and it's just the
Yeah.
burger part. They
Yeah,
don't
it's
like
like-
put it on a bun.
It's like a Salisbury steak.
Yeah.
Oh, you're good at cooking. I'm losing my... Oh, you're good at cooking. I'm losing my confidence as a woman. Sometimes I feel not so fresh. Your mom's good at cooking, though, isn't she? No, I can't be compared to a dedicated housewife.
I'm not dedicated at all. Ooh.
I'm flippant as fuck. Habane-san, not used to this kind of atmosphere, was restlessly eating her lunch, even though she lost the part she wanted. However, she didn't look as uncomfortable as before.
I guess I'll trade you.
Agia either didn't notice that or was pretending not to. Yeah, she didn't ask. She didn't say, can we? She said, let's do it.
Uh-huh.
She was behaving the same as always.
I really wanted that burger.
This is the first time I've skipped school. So far, I've only thought of skipping on the day of the vaccinations.
The vaccinations.
But hanging out with friends like this from time to time could be fine. Agia said playfully, and in a terrible British accent. Skipping school for the first time must have excited her. If your mom finds out, she's totally gonna kick your ass.
You're not even British.
Akia's mother didn't hold back when she was kicking her daughter's ass. I've seen it. I've been kicked too, a few times.
I enjoyed it though.
When I got caught playing pranks together with Agia, those kicks were heavy and quite painful. Literally kicking our asses. That's why you can't tell her. Of course, if I did, I would also have an ass that is kicked. Or rather, I just didn't want her to worry unnecessarily. Hey, what's next?
Receive an ass kicking? Damn it!
Well, we ruined that. We all looked at the notebook. Throughout the morning, we already managed to clear 5 points. As for pedigree, Agia was Itao-san's acquaintance, so we could enter their garden when we just asked. She didn't manage to ride on Pedigree's back, but she did succeed in hugging him.
Well, that counts then.
In the end, he playfully leaned on her. This must have been quite tough for her. Pedigree probably weighs more than her. On top of that, he licked her all over her face. Habane-san looked deeply moved.
Does she still have the cat?
I don't think so. Just let it go after it finished eating. Go to Cafe Flags. Agia read out loud one entry from the list.
Is that like a Six Flags themed restaurant?
Is that the place you went with the group? At the mall or whatever?
Cafe Flags?
Nope, guess not. Where's that? It's over there, in Windy.
I don't need to go there anymore.
It's a femboy Hooters.
Windy
She's
was the
embarrassed.
name of the mall, I think.
Oh, is it?
That's,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it was, yeah. Habane-san suddenly turned bright red and drew a line through the entry with a red pen. Agia whispered something into her ear. Is there someone you want to go there with?
No! Oh, I mean, no. It's just a misunderstanding.
Agia whispered something to her, but Habane-san desperately tried to dodge the issue. What was that all about? This cafe is somewhat adult atmosphere. It's run by a famous pâtissier, and they serve delicious sweets there.
What?
I don't speak Spanish. So you want to go there?
No! I said it was just a misunderstanding.
It's in writing.
You misunderstand my writing.
It was a mistype. It's handwritten.
It was sarcastic. Sarcastically written. I just heard someone talking about it at shul, and I thought it sounded delicious. That's all. I didn't know that that kind of place.
That kind of place? Wasn't just a normal cafe? Maid cafe? Diaper cafe?
Yeah. Oh, well, no. We've gone too far.
It's aimed at couples, so there's tons of those kinds of customers there. It's called Genova. It's known as a date spot for young women in Kazigara.
I really didn't know about it.
Pow! Right in the kisser. Habane-san pointed at me.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hit you.
She was strongly denying it, but it wasn't like I had any suspicions about it, really. Why don't you go with Aoi? Aoi. Who?
Bruh! What are you talking about? I said that's not why I wrote this.
Habane-san had gone red and looked down. I want my burger back. Well, I wouldn't really mind. The place is expensive, though, right? The cakes are about 800 yen per piece. The tea's about the same price. That was a little steep. The homemade mille-fouet, I don't know how to say that word, is the trademark menu. Mille-fouet.
I've seen it before.
I have too, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Creme fraiche. Apparently it's really delicious.
Oh, creme fraiche.
That's 1,300 yen. For one cake?
OMGs.
Well, it is in the same place as the supermarket that sells high-grade marbled meat for 29.80 yen for 100 grams. I
Oh,
remember
yeah,
the
that
exact
place.
number. Yeah, with that weird girl that, like, I think has a twin, because we met her again and she didn't know who we were.
Yeah.
I was getting a somewhat larger allowance from my mom for helping out at the Dunyorn Mommies, so next month will be fine. You'll still be alive then, I'm sure.
Like I said, it's not like that. I I just heard someone saying that it's a lovely cafe and they sell delicious cakes and miyafia and tea.
Okay, so what's the problem? We'll eat there then.
I didn't say that I want to go there on a date with a boy.
I didn't say date.
I never said it.
Neither did I. It must have been a serious matter for her since she repeated it twice, because no one ever repeats anything in this game. Overwhelmed by her determination, I just nodded silently.
Unlike other girls who point out that they're tsunderes, I am a tsundere. Wait, oh wait.
That's not how that...
All right, that conversation is over.
As she one-sidedly dropped the subject, she used the pen to thoroughly blot out that entry.
Huff huff.
Oh, I'm so tired. I might have bled through to the other side of the page. It might have. Oh, you look a little disappointed, don't you? No. You have a sweet tooth, don't you? Oh,
Yeah, that's why I'm disappointed.
Yeah. Doesn't mean I'd get disappointed just by that. Wait, did I really look disappointed? Oh, God.
Oh no. What does it mean?
Kia cleared away finished lunchboxes and opened a bag of snacks. We felt like we were on a trip, so we had brought various things.
Various snacks.
Snacks.
Snackies.
While eating some prek snacks.
What's that?
I don't know.
Prek?
Japanese Pringles.
Yeah,
Pretzels.
Pringles.
Pretzels.
New from Cheesy Room.
Give me some of the pretzels. These pretzels are making me thirsty.
Hand me a Cobra Twist. I'm chopping at the bit for new Cobra Twist.
I'm dipping my pretzels in this cheesy roux.
Oh man.
Ageha took another look at the notebook after Habane-san was done with blotting. Which reminds me, we were in the middle of talking about what to do next.
So what do we do next?
Hey, what's that? Ageha was looking at the number 1 top entry on the list. It was written with much bigger letters than the other entries.
You haven't looked at the first entry? You guys held the notebook and looked at it and didn't read the first thing on it?
Right, yeah. I want to cross over the passage of clouds.
Oh, okay.
I wonder what that would mean. Obviously, it means she wants to get in the glider, right?
It does. That's why she wants to glide.
Totally. Yeah, I thought that was quite strange, too. What is that?
I just didn't want to mention it until now.
Is that like a video game, or...?
I wonder.
You wonder? Really? You know how to do that? Me too!
Wow, we're like totally in sync.
We got so much in common.
We should go to that cafe together.
Yeah, you're paying.
I'm not the one who wrote this.
Habane-san answered while crunching the pretzels snacks she got from Ageha. Now that she mentioned it, the handwriting was different.
It was the duck.
Eat Haagen-Dazs to my heart's content, and so on were written with neat, uniform characters. Compared to the very methodical handwriting, I want to cross over the passage of clouds was written in a bold, rampant way. So who wrote it?
The owner of the notebook.
What is it, like the...
It was already written in here when I found it.
You're a liar. Or it's Amane's notebook. There were a few entries written in this rampant fashion, and none of those were neatly written ones. Seems that Habane-san's quite the thief. Added them, continuing from what someone else had written. You found it? What do you mean?
Just open it. It says Death Note on the front.
Oh, fuck!
I found it in my room.
The dog!
We need to go check on the dog. It was written in a gap between the hidden in the gap between the shelves.
It didn't open a secret passage when you pulled it? So this isn't your notebook.
Meow, that's right. It's probably the diary of someone who lived there earlier.
Why didn't you rip out the page then?
Yeah, you just start writing under someone else's writing? That's weird. When she said it's a diary, I hesitated to just go ahead and flip through its pages, but I did it anyway. Had Habane-san read this? Does that mean you continue to write in someone's diary? Although both Ageha and I looked at her questioningly, Habane-san remained quiet. She didn't want to waste the remaining pages. I don't think this was the reason.
I mean, after all, notebooks are only 90 yen a piece.
6 yen.
That's like 1 yen a page.
That aside, one more thing piqued my interests. I want to cross over the passage of clouds. What was that? Is that like the password to get into some... What was that passage of clouds? It's the orgy password. When it comes to clouds...
She wants to climb a mountain.
I looked up.
Oh! Clouds. Those things.
That one kind of looks like a mermaid. Holding her hair up in a ponytail.
Okay.
You see that?
No.
I have the cursor. I can show you. This is her head.
Uh-huh.
This is some hair.
Okay.
It's from the back. So this is her back.
Oh, okay.
This is an arm holding her hair up in a ponytail.
Gotcha.
And then...
That's her tail.
Fish.
I see it.
Yeah!
Yeah. Yeah.
I looked up. There was a blue sky, some small clouds, and a giant windmill. The windmill blades turning with the wind really resembled glider wings.
Oh.
That's how we can fix the glider.
We just gotta tear down one of these.
Easy enough. I mean, you need special semis to transport them, because I get stuck behind them all the time.
We got a girl in a wheelchair.
Okay, yeah. She holds one end, and then you walk like a mile down the road and hold the other end. Okay, then, next is this. Blood sacrifice. Donation.
Really? That's what you have in here?
Let's all go and have our blood taken.
No, that's not fun.
Not the same thing.
I think you're supposed to eat after you do that.
I think I know a vampire. Here, that last one was a bit of a toughie. They didn't even give us cookies. My eyes are still flickering.
Really wish I had a hamburger.
The last thing from the to-do list we did was complete Lady in Silver Gun.
What is that?
Something like this. If you're wondering what it is, it's a shooting game.
Oh.
Oh, it's like Time Crisis? We were at the arcade playing the game until we finished it just now. It's really hard to think with all the blood we had given away. We took turns playing it and repeatedly used continues. It was so hard that it made getting to the ending all the more impressive. Wow, it really is it's a real masterpiece, isn't it?
We don't get to see them at the arcade.
I'm no good at shooters.
Me neither.
I am, I'm okay.
Well, arcade shooters, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the best at this game was Ageha, followed by Habane-san. Apparently she played it by chance when she was skipping school before and having fun at the arcade. It seems she was enraged by the incredible difficulty, determined to complete the game someday. She had added the entry to the notebook. We had spent no less than 3,000 yen before we finished it.
But cake doesn't look so bad now, does it?
I mean, we've played some arcade games on here. With the amount of continues we've used, we would have spent more than that.
Probably.
With this, have we cleared anything on the list?
Yeah, sure.
While we were at it, we had also finished the entries that Habane-san hadn't written. The only one left was to cross over the passage of clouds.
I must go. My people need me.
The chair doesn't... She just leaves the chair and hovers away, still in a sitting position. Since we didn't know what that meant, the list was essentially all clear. S rank. Now that we've finished it, it feels too quick. Let's skip school tomorrow.
Let's write some more.
Glad we finished before dinner. You're right, I have more burgers to steal. If we want to hang out, we should do it again some other day.
Yeah, sure. You burger stealing bitch.
What's the matter?
I want a burger.
It's just
Nothing.
bicycles don't work with third wheels, so I mean... Habane-san's expression was dark.
What are you talking about? Those tricycles.
Just like Ageha, it seems like that she felt unsatisfied that everything ended unexpectedly quickly. Well then, I'm hungry. I guess I'll be going home unless you guys have some burgers. Hopefully your mom won't find out about this, otherwise she's kicking our asses.
Are you gonna fucking knock on me?
It should be fine. Our homeroom teacher isn't that diligent. It's not like I stand out or anything. I'm not the loudest person in there or anything. But Hataru is quite serious. If she realizes that you hadn't gone to school, she might tell your mom, right? Ugh, if that happens, I'm taking you down with me.
What did I... Oh.
What the fuck? Come on, are you gonna tell on me? Little old me? For the first time in 5 years, you shall receive the ass kicking from my mother. But I already said she's done it before.
Yeah.
After saying that jokingly, Ageha turned to Habane-san.
She'll kick your ass too. She doesn't discriminate.
She'll just kick that metal shield out and she doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
She'll kick you right out your chair.
Thanks for today. Thanks to you, Habane-san. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well then, see you tomorrow. Ageha said with a smile and turned to leave. The light steps she walked up the gentle slope. Habane-san started saying something, so Ageha stopped walking. If you ever take my hamburger again, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Habane-san looked down, hesitating to speak. She looked like she could cry at any minute. Ageha waited for a little while for Habane-san to open her mouth. Patiently. But kind of taking steps backwards every couple of seconds.
Yeah.
So I'm
kind of in a hurry.
I'm gonna go.
However, Habane-san wasn't able to say anything more. Hey, Habane-san.
Ooh.
The truth is, I came to meet you today because there was something I wanted to talk about. Would you like to go out with me?
I don't have the time now, though.
You find out that you were the third wheel all along.
Oh, what a twist.
Something to talk about.
How about love? Let's be in the soaring club together. I heard it from Aoi. You know a lot about gliders, don't you? You always had fun when you went to the garage, didn't you? If we were together, it would definitely be great fun. I'm sure every day would be like today. What do you think? We could pet a dog all the time. Ageha closed her mouth and waited for a reply.
I don't have a dog.
I have no doubt. Oh, is that why you're not joining? I have no doubt that Hibane-san was wavering. She was certainly interested in gliders, so I think she actually wanted to join the soaring club. So if only she could express those feelings now.
I said I wouldn't do it, didn't I?
But why?
Just because. It has nothing to do with you.
That's impossible. Hibane-san's blunt refusal made Ageha's expression cloud up.
Everything is about me.
I wonder why you are talking that way.
Because you're sticking your nose in my business.
Don't you think that's why you're cut off in class? This time it was Hibane-san who got irritated at Ageha's remark.
Well, excuse me for not fitting in. Unlike a certain somebody, I'm not such an ass kisser.
Are you talking about Aoi? An ass kisser, you say? I want to be an ass kicker. I am my mother's daughter. Hold it. Calm down, both of you. Let me get the jello. Why are you arguing all of a sudden? Couldn't just stand and watch, so I stepped in.
Poured water all over. I mean,
After we had such a fun day, let's just cut it. Whoa! Ageha pushed me aside as though I was a hindrance. No good. It looks like she's quite pissed off about that ass kisser comment. I think the issue the other day was everyone's fault. Of course you would get angry at them for speaking to you like that. However, I think that you also have some bad points.
Like what?
Like that attitude of yours. Ageha pointed her finger at Hibane-san's face as if she was presenting irrefutable evidence. Objection!
Just look at your face.
You're always so... How should I put it? A cunt. That's why everyone
How do I
misunderstands
put this
you.
nicely? Stupid cunt.
I'm British, it's fine. You should open up a little more, like when we were hanging out today.
Thank you for your kindness. Not that I asked for it, though.
What's with that way of talking? Gah.
You really are kind.
Hmm?
I know all about it. The reason why you've been speaking to me so much is because our teacher asked you to.
Ah! Fuck! Ageha faltered for a moment and held her tongue after hearing Hibane-san's words. Her cheek suddenly got dyed red. I...
Or are you so kind because you pity me?
Yeah, that one.
I'm sick of being treated like that.
Oh, well, not that one. Hibane-san told her that and turned her wheelchair sideways. You're getting really good at that.
Goodbye.
Hey,
I said goodbye!
You were my ride! With that, she left by herself. Ageha. It's fine. What she said is all true. But that's not the reason why you did this, right? Aren't you also being misunderstood? Not really. Sorry, I'll be going now. Ageha looked like she didn't want to talk about anything now. With trembling shoulders, she went up the gentle hill road.
it's next to Windmill Hill.
Windmill Hill, Hill Road. After I saw Ageha off, I hurried back to the dormitory.
Oh, that was fun. Did you, like, catch up to Kotori?
I don't know.
I'm just gonna walk with you. I'm going to the same place.
Hibane-san. Hey, Hibane-san. Come out to play. Bang, bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bang. Quick,
Oh
quick,
my god,
quick.
she killed all of the other three.
Run, there's been a shooting.
That came out as if to protest about the noise. Hey, is your buddy in there?
Quack.
Could you step aside a little?
Just walk around me. I'm a duck.
I moved Hat out of the way and peeked into Hibane-san's room through the duck door. My head got stuck. Damn bed is in the way. I can't see anything.
Nah, you mustn't do that.
Oh, Kanako-san. She fell in the tub in her bedroom. Hasn't she come back yet?
Yeah? Looks like she's still out.
Oh,
Did something happen?
yeah, kinda. Say, could I ask you to prepare dinner?
Oh, no, I don't do anything. Me?
I'm counting on you.
It can't be. Wait a second. That's a pretty bad... And he's gone. Well, don't blame me for whatever happens.
Comes back and the entire house is burned down.
Looks like I'm ordering pizza. Dude.
Oh, she fell asleep.
With this, I'm done with... I'm done with everyone.
I get it.
Yeah.
I feel refreshed.
That's not what it looks like, though.
Duh!
Habane-san wasn't surprised when I called out to her. She looked at me for a moment, but immediately turned back towards the lake.
Took you long enough. Jesus Christ.
At night, the lake looked like a stretched-out, vast, pitch-black darkness. On the other side was the Windmill Hill. It was illuminated and looked really beautiful. Since she hadn't come back to the dormitory, I guessed that she might be somewhere around here. This is where I found her. What are you doing here? Self-assessment? You stuck? I said it in a light-hearted way, but she didn't answer. Let's go back. It's almost time for dinner. Habane-san shook her head. You can't stay here all the time, can you?
Actually, I can. No way. I don't want to go back.
Why?
I don't want today to end.
When she muttered it quietly, her cheeks faintly quivered for a moment. What do you mean?
If I go back to my room, it will all be over. Today was so much fun, I don't want it to end.
Why didn't you fucking say that earlier? Tears were mixed in her voice.
Because the girl was there, and it's been so long since I spent time like this with people that were like friends. You're not my friend, but you're like friends.
Habane-san, maybe be nicer to people.
And yet it ended with a fight.
Yeah, that's true. Whose fault was that? A quarrel isn't the way to end a fun day. For me, today was unbelievably fun as well, even the fight. It was like going back to my childhood, doing nothing but playing around from sunrise till sunset.
And then everyone would fight.
Yeah, we would just beat the fuck out of each other. Knowing that Hanabe...
Hanabe?
Hanabe-san felt the same way made me a little happy.
Who's that?
About Ageha. I didn't see what had happened in class, so I can't really say anything, but she's a simple person, pretty dumb. I don't think she would have done what the teacher had asked if she didn't want to.
Yeah.
Even if she hadn't been asked, she's the type who would just do it anyway. That sometimes causes problems, though, right?
Yeah.
I said it jokingly, and Habane-san smiled a little.
There, got my name right again.
Hanabe-san was not amused.
Yeah, I know.
And today she wasn't asked to do that, but she still skipped school with us, didn't she? She had never done that before, and yet when things turned out like this, she still stuck with us. She's not a bad person. I think she probably really wants to be your friend, and I kind of like her. So, like, help me out with that, bud. And just, like, punch her arm. You're such a bro.
Can you help me get to that cafe with her?
You and Ageha wouldn't go this far just for the sake of being kind.
My legs became like this 2 years ago.
Hold on. Let me go find someone who asked.
Well, okay, fine. Fuck you.
So fucking mean. I'm sorry.
I had an accident when I was on a trip.
I've had lots of accidents. Oh, you mean like a real one?
Until then, I was just like you and everyone else. Standing, walking, running. All those things you do with legs. Kicking. I had lots of friends, and I was in a sports ball club. I played volleyball.
Really? I imagine Habane-san kicking the floor and jumping, launching an attack on the opponent's court. And then I pictured her in those tiny volleyball shorts.
That's not what you do in volleyball. You don't kick the floor.
Right? And if you get an ace, stomp, stomp, clap.
Yeah, there you go.
Surely it must have been a magnificent and lovely sight.
Then my legs were injured in the accident.
I kicked the floor too hard.
And I couldn't live without a wheelchair. The school I went to didn't have any elevators, and there were various steps all over the place.
A step, even as little as 5 centimeters, is a huge obstacle for a wheelchair.
But if it were 4, she could probably ramp it.
Yeah, it'd probably be fine.
Even going to school became a huge problem. The life I had before the accident, eating hamburgers with everyone.
I knew you were mad about the hamburger.
Going to buy clothes. I just wanted my damn hamburger.
She ruined everything.
I couldn't do such mundane things anymore. When my close friends became aware of that, everyone grew distant. I guess it's only natural since we couldn't hang out together.
This is why video games are good. I don't think that's true for friends. For real friends.
You're like friends.
Something like that wouldn't matter. They could still hang out with her. Saying that might have been just glossing over things, though. And she seems like she's on a roll. At least this was her own experience.
I'm always on a roll. Once, during homeroom,
You are butter.
the teacher, who noticed that I was isolated from the others, said this. This is what she said. Hanabe-san, she always got my name wrong, has been through so much. Try to get along with her more. I was really shocked. I realized exactly the predicament I was in. After that, I secretly cried by myself. I felt so frustrated, so pathetic.
I like secretly crying with others.
To have everyone being so careful around me, I hated it, but there was nothing I could do.
Sorry. Hamane-san's hands, tightly grasping the hem of her skirt, were trembling. It looked like the frustration of that time had come back to haunt her.
That's why I came here. This school is completely barrier-free, so I can go there by myself without bothering anyone.
Habane-san could go to her school all by herself and could get in and out of the classroom without anyone's help.
Yep, thanks for reiterating.
Yeah.
But it was still no good. School isn't a place where you can just be all by yourself.
I disagree. It wasn't just a physical problem. It's a social environment, and you can't get by without being involved with other people.
You can be surrounded by people and still be all alone.
Yeah, it's really easy.
To make matters worse, there's always the danger of getting a flat tire, and I can't even get into the bath by myself. You were there, you saw.
You take a lot of baths at school?
How much did you see? I'm just so tired of it all.
Did you need a refresher? You want a flashback real quick? She muttered and gazed at the windmill hill on the other bank. The calm silhouettes of giant windmills seemed to help her settle down. That sounds tiresome.
Bro. Doesn't it? Don't you think that I've been trying really hard until now?
No, I do. I agreed from the bottom of my heart.
Where the wings
with
are.
wings. I couldn't simply say something like, keep doing your best.
Go get 'em, girl.
Is the search for new members for the soaring club going well?
Not really, but we only tried like 2 people.
We asked you and you said no. We asked you again and you said no. We asked, what's-her-face's sister. She said no.
Yeah.
And we gave up and ate hamburgers.
And a nerd who plays Triangle. But we should manage somehow. I have a feeling we'll make it in time.
I see. That's good. But tomorrow is Friday. That weird senpai. She's been doing her best all by herself this whole time, hasn't she?
It seems like she doesn't do much.
It would be very sad if she had to stop halfway. I'd also like to try flying, even just once, in that glider.
Well, there's this club.
Habane-san narrowed her eyes
Right,
while saying
that might
this.
become possible.
She gazed at the sky above the windmill hill. Hey, you. I don't like your boyfriend. Don't you really want to quit school, do you?
That's not it. My mom and dad are worried about me, too. If I were to quit school and go back home, they would be pleased.
Habane-san smiled when she said that, but to me it looked like a forced smile. Gross. I sat next to Habane-san and just like her viewed the scenery on the opposite bank. Before I came back to Kazagara, Gira, I was in the bicycle club at the school far from here.
Ooh.
I'm going to tell you my backstory now.
Yeah, let's stop the episode.
Yeah,
then.
I was like...
I thought it was
I
about
thought
to
the
end.
day was going to end, yeah.
But before we learn some of his backstory...
I mean, he just got injured riding a bike. They're in the same kind of boat. Hers is just a little more extreme, but we didn't actually learn what her accident was.
That's true. I keep forgetting that he even had a problem, because they, like...
Yeah, it's not apparent. It doesn't bother. It's not like Hisao, where it's like constantly flaring up or anything.
Right.
It's just he can't, like, compete.
He can't, right. But he can still ride a bike, apparently.
Yeah, just slowly.
Yeah.
And painfully. He's like the Dr. House of bike riding.
Totally.
Without the Vicodin.